a beautiful Saturday morning, and this is your day Kickstarter. Smell the coffee with myself, Aina Raiza Kweyo. Today, I am excited to be chatting with you and making your day, bringing you exciting segments on sports, wellness, entertainment. We even talk all things food as we visit Sai's Kitchen all the way in Havana. We have a jam-packed show for you. All you have to do is sit back, relax, and let me make your day. This is not just a restaurant, it's a culinary experience giving us an insight into traditional food and local delicacy. Today I am so excited to be chatting with Simon Kwilongo, who is the founder and the managing director of this popular restaurant, which is called Sai's Kitchen. How are you doing?
I'm okay, how are you?
I am fantastic. I think and believe that we cannot start a conversation without congratulating you on the good work that you have done. This is amazing. We are so inspired and we are very proud of you.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's talk about your career. Walk us through the journey of how, Sai's Kitchen came about.
Okay, so during my university years, I was working as a waitress at Andy's. And I think it gave me, that thing of starting my own business, because as you know, many people out there are unemployed graduates. So I was just like, why not start something and, be my own employer and employ a few people. And I got lucky because I got a loan from NASFAF during my final year of studies, and I used my refund to start Sai's Kitchen at home.
Oh wow! Yeah. Guess what I did with my refund money? I bought Brazilian. All right, I love that you spoke about employing other people, which then leads me into my next question: business structure. How many people do you exactly employ, and then also what services do you offer here?
We have, I think we are almost about 10.
Oh,
because
wow.
We are 6 here, and we have 2 drivers, and the rest of us, one of us cleans, and the rest of us cook and serve. And also we have a branch in Austin Plus.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have 2 girls there. Yeah.
All right. And then we can't be at the restaurant where they serve food and not talk about the menu. I think then this whole conversation would be pointless. Let's talk about the food that you offer. What are those? What's on your menu? And what inspires then these dishes?
Our focus is traditional food. When I started, I was not so traditional, but then later on, I had a bit of traditional, but not really. Then later on, I realized how traditional food is phasing out, and how also I believe in keeping culture alive. So I was like, why not just turn my place into a traditional cuisine place with a touch of international cuisines. So basically we sell Oshiwambo traditional food. We have marathon chickens, omboga, matangaras, mopane worms, and so forth. And our kitchen is more of a tourist attraction.
Okay.
We get a lot of tourists who come here who just want to try out you know, traditional food. Yeah.
Love that. You spoke about having a brunch in Ospenplatz. I'm curious to find out that, you know, a lot of us start businesses maybe in our backyards, some in our neighborhoods, and you have particularly remained in Havana, and this is where you started off. I understand that you've now branched out. Are you looking to, you know, branch out further, or this you are just gonna keep this location and that of Aspenplatz?
I am thinking of branching out, but I don't want to leave this location because this is where I started. It's where my roots are. It's also an inspiration to the next young girl, you know. She started, look at how she's growing. I also want to do the same thing. So if I leave this place, it will be me failing my community. Yeah.
All right, speaking of inspiration, what would you then tell that young girl or that young boy who looks up to you and wants to start their business one day? What is that one thing that you would say to them? Okay, these are the perks of business. This is what you should do.
I'm not going to lie, business is hard. Business is hard, but the key is to never give up, is to believe in yourself, because there will be a lot of people who will come to you and, you know, want to break you down, but always believe in yourself. That is the key. Yeah, so never give up, believe in yourself, be confident, and just do it.
Just
and
do
also very important, patience.
Yeah,
you don't just start a business today and you are earning, you know, the money that you want,
or the money that you've invested.
Exactly. You have to be patient. You have to invest in the business. I remember at some point I used to do cleaning services. I used to go clean people's houses on Monday. That's why even now officially Monday is my off day. So I used to use it as cleaning people's houses and invest the money back in the business, because you know when you go cleaning you have nothing to lose. You don't really put in anything. You just get the money. So I used the money and invested it in Size Kitchen. So do whatever you can to fuel your goal.
All right. And then what is that lesson that you've learned as a businesswoman?
I've learned to never give up.
Okay.
Yeah, I've learned to never give up, to believe in myself, and that every day is a learning experience. You don't stop learning in business. You don't just say, no, I am here now, I've been in business for 7 years, I know everything. Every day is learning. You learn every day. And also the other thing is customers' criticism and feedbacks. They are very important because that is the fuel to growth, actually. Yeah.
All right. Speaking of, you know, learning on a daily basis, how do you then navigate those bad days, like where everyone is just like on your head, maybe criticizing you, maybe that day you don't have any customers, maybe that day the pub didn't come out right or didn't turn out right? How do you navigate those days?
I take them as normal days. Yes, it's hurtful, but I just know that there will be that day where, you know, things are not going your way. So yeah, I just sometimes cry, you know, and speak myself into, you know, it will be okay, these things happen. Yeah. So yeah, it's normal. These things happen, they come up, obviously. But yeah, you just, you know,
brush yourself up and stand up and don't give up.
Exactly.
I think that's a very important lesson to learn as a young person. Let's move on to then talk about, you know, your other projects. You are now doing Erasmus project, if I'm not mistaken. Project Erasmus. Tell us about that.
So that is a bit emotional, but okay. My brother died 2 years ago, 2020, and he had so much love for plants. And I've always wanted to start a farm, you know, and be my own supplier. So Project Erasmus is a farm that I started in honor of my brother, where I farm chickens and goats and vegetables, because I am aiming to be my own supplier.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is in honor of your brother?
Yes.
Okay, very sweet.
Thank you.
Saima, thank you very much for talking to us on Smell the Coffee. We wish you all the best, and thank you for the lessons that you've shared with me. Perhaps I too can become a great businesswoman like you one day.
Thank you so much for having me. having me.
You are welcome. Now they say that hope deferred makes the heart sick. To restore some of that hope, we as Smell the Coffee are the proud anchors of an initiative called Give Hope. Yolanda Nell has more.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited. We are finally doing our first handover for the Give Hope campaign that is run by Smell the Coffee and NMH. And I am joined with Lorenzo here from the Catholic AIDS Action. Thank you so much for your time. On the 1st of December, we are commemorating World AIDS Day. Can you quickly tell us what is the plan? What is happening on Friday?
Yes, so the World AIDS Day, it's a common day where we recognize those that are living with HIV and those that unfortunately also have passed away due to HIV. Currently mortality rate has been really at a sustainable level, but previously not really knowing the advanced technology that we have on treatment of HIV and so on, a lot of people have died and so on, but it has been then reduced, mortality rate has been significantly reduced. So the World AIDS Day is celebrated nationwide. There is a lot of ad hoc activities happening with communities that is dealing with HIV. But then the national event will be held in Mariendal, Hartap region, at the local sport field. And then the local theme is let the community lead. This time around we are empowering the community to lead, to take the lead, in the sense that for people living with HIV, they would want to stay healthy, not only staying healthy, but also to take their ARV medication in order to stay healthy. So that's a sub-theme. And then being HIV positive or the status that you maintain does not necessarily, define you. And that is also addressing the earlier question that you spoke about on stigma. So if I'm HIV positive does not necessarily define me as somebody that for that matter has committed a sin or that has gotten this through other means. So, and then we need to empower people to talk to the health providers constantly, and also to visit these health facilities. So that's around the issues with regards to World AIDS Day.
Lorenzo, thank you so much for your time. And from NMH's side, thank you for the work that you do. We are excited to hand over. What we have gathered is some toiletries for children, as well as educational books and some toys for them to keep them busy this holiday season.
Thank you very much, and I think that's very much welcome. So sometimes, we so much consider the bigger picture into this, but especially when you deal with children and in the sense of hygienic pads and sanitary pads, those are daily needs that is there, that is really not only bringing a smile to these beneficiaries, but confidence most of all. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
In Talk of the Town today, we highlight the conversations that are taking place in our community, find solutions and take charge of our own stories. Have a look at this segment. We have today to ensure that we are catalysts for tangible change. Today, I am excited to be chatting with Miss Selma Kaulinge. She is the Communications and PR Manager for Nedbank Namibia. We will be talking about the upcoming Youth Summit to ensure, and the work rather, that Nedbank is doing to ensure that you and I are empowered as the youth. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I am fantastic. Let's talk about the Youth Summit. What inspired it this year?
Okay, so the Youth Summit is the first that Nedbank has done. It's the first of its kind that Nedbank has done. It's taking place today at the Nedbank campus in Freedom Plaza, just there by the new Nedbank campus. So I think what inspired it is really we want to bridge the gap between corporate finance as well as youth, especially youth entrepreneurs and youth creatives.
Yeah.
So that was really the thinking behind it. How do we bridge the gap? You know, how do we provide financial knowledge and financial expertise to people in the youth segment?
All right. And then are the tickets being sold? Do I just pop up and then I buy a ticket at the gate? What's happening?
So yes, tickets are being sold. You can buy your ticket for 100 Namibian dollars at the Pay Today. Pay Today is an app powered by Nedbank. So you can download it and then you just go on to Pay Today. You look for Nedbank Youth Summit and you can buy a ticket for 100 Namibian dollars.
Okay. I saw there were posters that are flying around with all these amazing celebrities that I love so much.
Yeah.
Talk to us about the lineup. Who will be participating in the Youth Summit?
Okay, so we are excited about our lineup. I think we have really dynamic young Namibians who are doing their thing basically, whether they are creatives, whether they're entrepreneurs. So we really wanted a balance of for our lineup. So we have people like Beatrice Masilingi. She's gonna launch something there. So
nice.
yeah, come over. I think she's moving into the entrepreneurial space. So Beatrice Masilingi will be there. We have CJ Dumeni, who's also a young entrepreneur. If you see him on Instagram, he gives people advice on careers and stuff like that. We have the hosts are gonna be Marianne Pembe and Meps, rapper, presenter.
I almost went with Meps Mapanyane.
No,
okay.
No, Meps are Namibian Meps. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's really gonna be exciting, and we're gonna and it's not only for people to come and chill. We're gonna have talks where people are gonna present themselves, their areas of expertise, and Nedbank really wants to be in a position of how do we collaborate, not only collaborate, but how do we funnel knowledge, financial knowledge to this segment, which is a youth segment, a really important segment in Namibia, but that's really the aim of the event.
All right, let's talk about some of the objectives and the goals that you wish to achieve with the Youth Summit.
Yeah, so it's the first of its kind, so this is our debut. So we obviously wanted to get bigger, go into other regions, you know, really connect with the youth on the ground. So I think the main objective for this one is really to say, okay, this is the segment we want to be seen in as Nedbank Namibia, and hear out the youth. What is it that they need? What expertise do they need? What financial solutions do they need for their businesses? Because a lot of young people do have businesses, entrepreneurial businesses, and Nedbank has a number of digital financial solutions. So we're just trying to bridge that gap basically.
Okay, and then I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, is bridging a gap or the gap one of the themes?
Yeah, the theme of this festival is bridging the gap.
Oh, so it's just one theme, there are no other themes?
No, that's the theme, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, why is it important then for Nedbank to be seen to be affiliated with the youth?
While the youth is a very important segment, we know that they are the biggest segment population. Namibia is in a young population.
Yeah.
I think this is also the population that are more entrepreneurial. They are business minded. They want to start businesses. They might not know how or what platforms to use, what financial solutions to use. So I think that in itself it's obvious that we have to start playing in this segment.
Yeah. All right. And what are some of the challenges and some of the opportunities that Nedbank sees with the Youth Summit?
I think there's endless opportunities. I think we get to hear from the youth themselves. Like I said, they will be speaking, they will be taking the stage, they will be airing either their challenges or their frustrations. So it's for us, for this one, is to really just have an open ear and see what are really the pain points of young people, especially entrepreneurs and creative entrepreneurs. We have a lot of creative entrepreneurs. So I think that's the thing. I think it's more opportunities for us.
Then there are challenges. All right. And finally, how will Nedbank measure the impact and the success of the Youth Summit?
I think we just have to see after the fact, I think we can't just have a youth summit and leave it at that. You know what I mean? I think that won't show the success. I think we have to continue with the collaborating, continue educating the youth, and continue really speaking to a segment that is not only vibrant, but really, really dynamic in the way they do business. So I think it's not just about the summit, it's about the longevity of our impact in this segment.
Okay. And when it comes to future events, will we have another youth summit next year?
Yes. Like I said, this is the debut summit, and we definitely want to have future summits. We see it, like you said, as an opportunity, and we also see us going into the regions. I think it's important to get to the youth on the ground in our regions. So yes, we are excited, and we hope that it will become bigger every year.
All right. I love the fact that you are bringing empowerment closer to the youth in their own areas. I love that. Thank you very much for joining us on Smell the Coffee.
Thank you so much.
This is Smell the Coffee. We'll be right back shortly after the break. Stay with us. The purpose of makeup is not to change you, but rather enhance your beauty. Today we chat with Veko Kanji on the importance of having clean makeup brushes to avoid any skin infections.
I clean them after every client. It's important to do this because some clients come with active breakouts. Some of them come with cold sores, so in order to prevent that from transferring onto the next client, you have to actually clean and disinfect your products. I use disinfectant, anti-fungal, antibacterial disinfectant, or a brush cleaner, or soap water. Like in between clients, I use antibacterial, anti-fungal disinfectant, and in the end of the day, when I'm done, I actually do the soap water. The quick one first. Then we're gonna do the one with soap. Disinfectant on a wipe or tissue paper, and then you just wipe, swirl, get off the product. I feel like it's not clean, so I'm gonna spray some more. So there's little to almost no product coming off. Brushes. And then for the big brushes, you do the same thing, but then at the end of the day, you gotta use soap and water. Spray the water, soap, a good amount. And then I like to do this. All clean. Disinfected and ready for the next guy.
Well, that's all we had for you on today's edition of Smell the Coffee. I wish you a fantastic Saturday ahead of you. If you do not have plans, please, I'm open, I'm free. Kring kring me and let us make something happen.